Alright guys, this is going to be another meta update for the Season 3 Reloaded. I'll try to put this out as quickly as possible. We're going to start off with akimbo runs because everybody seems to be doing that. These things are broken, but only if you use them in close quarters like buildings or stairwells, things like that. Anything at medium or even short ranges past 5 meters, you're probably going to get wrecked. But I'll show them to you anyway, and that's where we'll start. So, I want you to pay attention to this, okay? We are past that range that I was talking about, so they are not going to be hitting as hard as they would if we were, you know, right in this area. Alright, we are past that. We are at 10 meters, so half this range is what these would be good for. There you go. Alright, not too crazy, but they are fun to use. They're extremely fast. But we're only using 4 attachments because I don't see a point in putting a scope on this thing or a sight or anything like that when we're not able to ADS. But no recoil. They seem to hit their shots at hip fire. Pretty good though. Alright, here's the next ones. This is the Wasp Stinger. I had already shot that, so that doesn't count. Okay. That's pretty accurate. But just like the Lockwood Mark IIs, these you're also going to want to be close as well. Although they tend to work a little bit further out there, like at that 10-yard range. They have a pretty insane recoil, as you can tell. A little up and to the right, but if you hold it down, you get something like this. But when you just let go straight up. Alright, here's the build for these. Go ahead and take a screenshot if you like. We got the conversion kit, the hip shot laser, 410 gauge slug, and then the Bryson choke. Like I said, we're missing an attachment, but I mean, what are we gonna do? We're gonna put a scope on this thing? It just seems kind of silly. I don't even know why we would do that, but to each their own. Okay, just takes up more of your screen. Anyway, there you go. And just in case I didn't show you on this one. Alright, so this is 40 headshot damage, which is insane, and this is why these are really, really good. But the issue is you have to be within that 4.6 meters on the range. Alright, if you're outside of that, you're not going to be doing the damage at all. I mean, you still have that 29.2 meters for minimum effective damage range, but it's like shooting BBs at somebody. So like I said, you got to use these close. This is the Wasp Stinger. Once again, we're running these akimbo. 32 round mag, X10 sidearm laser, his short light barrel, and then the Zem compensator. Alright, so this one, like I was saying before, is good at to 9.4 meters. It does 26 damage to the head and upper torso, but remember that's times 2, okay, because we're running the akimbo, so you're doing double the damage. There it is for a screenshot. Next up, we'll talk about the Ram 9. My build for this hasn't changed since Season 2. It did get a recoil buff, still does pretty well, hits like a truck. It is a very viable SMG, 32 to the head, 29 to the upper torso. The range is pretty good at 10 meters, goes out to 43. It's pretty fast, its handling mobility is really good, and this is what it looks like in the range. Little to no recoil. It reminds me of the Ram 7 back before that one got nerfed. very good. You can shoot out to those long ranges, but that's when it starts to get a little walky and it wants to do circles around your target. But I mean, if you crack somebody with your sniper or whatever you're using otherwise, you can beam down ranges and then hopefully get a finish shot or two. But up close, it's pretty damn good. There it is again. Alright. Here we got the MCW conversion kit. Not sure if I put this out before, but here it is now. So we got the Jack Raven kit conversion. We've got the 40 round mag, the lock grip precision, because the Bruen Heavy is no longer meta, but I think this one might be. I'll give you a look at it real quick. So it's got 9s and 12s across the board. Way better than the Bruen Heavy support, as you can see. The vertical recoil is at 4. We're getting plus 8 on the ADS. It's just not as good. We have the new stock, the Jack Cutthroat, which helps with aim walking speed, aim walking steadiness, and movement speed. It's pretty damn good. This has a 46 damage to the head. Upper torso is 34, goes out to 20 meters, and the minimum effective damage range is 40.6. There it is for a screenshot if you want it. We're going to be running this like an SMG, sniper support, so I'll show you what it's like in the range. Alright, let's start off with this bad boy. Down there, pretty stable, pretty good. Up close, it's even nastier. Okay, reloads fast, movement's fast, ADS is really fast. There you go. Next up, this was meta for a short time, but it's the BP50 with its conversion kit. So, Zeman compensator. I got the Mark III reflector going on, the 9mm overpressured, the CCG tack tape grip, and the Jack Revenger kit. Headshot damage range is 31. Effective damage range is 12.2, minimum of 30, so you're still able to reach out there. The recoil is crazy good, ADS is crazy fast. In the range, you'll see what I mean, but this is probably one of your best options for sniper support. Super fast, super steady. The rate of fire is crazy fast. Muzzle smoke tends to follow you around. Look at that. That's how fast you're moving. But it's a lot of fun to use. It's really fast. It's a great gun. I don't think you actually see that muzzle smoke in game, but you do see quite a bit if you're in a building. But there it is for a screenshot. The new AR, the Ball 27. Okay, we're going to be rocking the Jack Glassless. Find it. There it is. Okay. There is something I want to point out. I didn't see this before, but this is actually a very interesting scope right here. It actually gives you the amount of ammunition that you have in the gun right there on screen, as opposed to having to look down and to the right for it in your HUD. This one is actually in the sight. It counts down how many rounds you have, so that's pretty good for hardcore multiplayer if that's something you like doing. Here, I'll show you really quick. Alright, so we see we have 60 down on the HUD, and then we go to ADS, it says that we have 60 there. And then as we begin to fire rounds, now we're at 48, we're at 48. It's not bad. there's a lot of recoil shake, and it definitely translates in game as well. So that's why I opt for the jack glassless, but it looks cool. It's a great idea, so you don't have to like drag your eyes all over the place. But that's how it looks with that. Now watch what it looks like when we put the jack glassless on. It's 100 times different. The visual recoil is like almost gone. We can sit there and beam out there from distances. We don't have to worry about it up close. We still got that mobility. It's really good. The reload's good, although the only issue I have with it is it's a 45 round mag. But, you know, what are you gonna do? You can't have everything perfect. So jack glassless, Crown H3 barrel, Komodo heavy, DR6 hand stop, and the 60 round mag. There it is for a screenshot. And here are the stats on it. 25 meters effective damage range, 61 minimum damage. So out to 61 meters, you're still hitting your target, still putting in some damage, but you want to be within that 25 meters or less. That way you're getting that hit scan recognition from the servers and not past where you have to lead your target. Pretty level on damage, 30 to head, 30 upper torso, 28 lower torso, 28 legs. That's pretty good. As you saw, ADS is pretty fast. Sprint to fire is pretty good. There it is for a screenshot. Alright. Now we'll go into another gun that I like using for rebirth or resurgence. This is the FJX Horus. It's also the new SMG. This one's kind of built like a weird little machine pistol. So keep in mind that it's going to have an extremely high rate of fire and a lot of recoil. Okay, you can throw on a no stock for a little bit more mobility if you want to get rid of these this ammunition. I see a lot of people running that, and that's completely fine. Got the Nidar optic, the Martis heavy barrel, Zeman compensator, 48 round mag. This thing's actually kind of nuts. It wasn't talked about like it got a buff or anything, but I think with everything else being balanced out, this thing kind of found a place. So the rate of fire is like super fast. It does do this little circle around your target for the recoil. So got that kind of thing going on. If I go like this, it's kind of how it looks further down, but you'll see it in a second. Kind of just bounces around, but it always comes back to center. Now, out there, you don't want to be doing it. That's kind of weird nonsense, but you do you. I mean, you need to suppress somebody, go ahead, but this thing is definitely meta inside a building. Kind of put this here on the lower end of the spectrum with the Kimbos, but it is fun. It's super fast, and that rate of fire, you can't beat that. So there it is for a screenshot. Now, without further ado, I think we'll go ahead and talk about the meta. The meta SMG right now is going to be the Striker, not the Striker 9. Okay, don't get those two confused. This is my build for it. You can run it with iron sights or without. If you choose not to have the iron sight, you can throw that Nidar on there. If you like the iron sights, there's two options for you. You can go with the Recon long barrel. Okay, give you a little bit more distance, bullet velocity, helps with aiming idle sway. It's a great option. It was meta in season 1. Or you can go ahead and throw on the overpressured because that's going to help with your damage. Okay, helps with target flinch, helps with damage. The other guy's gonna miss his shots a little bit more frequently. This thing is crazy fast. The TTK is great. I love running this. It makes me think of the HRM. before that got nerfed this last season. So here it is. ADS is just like, what the fuck? That is so fast. Now, you can reach out and touch them at this range, but the longer you hold down your ADS that we learned in the Season 2 update, you see that sway? It gets worse and worse the longer you ADS. So what you need to do is let go, come back. Let go, come back. Get some shots in, and then you'll be able to just zero in on that target. Okay, so there's the build. Hope you enjoy it. I love running it. It is my favorite SMG right now. And last but not least, the #1 meta, the DG58 LMG. Okay, this thing has a conversion kit which was meta for like 2 days as an SMG, but since that conversion kit got nerfed into the ground, this is the new long range meta, but it hits like a truck close range, hits like a truck at long ranges. Whatever it says its max damage range is can't be right. This thing is absolutely broken. It says the max damage is 38. Man, I was beaming people out at 250 meters like this was a sniper. I'll try to get some gameplay put together for you guys, but this thing is nuts. Alright, 40 damage to the head, 31 upper torso. Pretty sure it's got some multipliers on there. Zem compensator, woody long barrel. We got the high grain ammunition, jack glassless optic, and the recoil reduction stock. Guys, when I said this was a laser beam, I wasn't kidding. Some of the other ones I said were good. Watch this. Did you see that? That's absolutely nuts. This is like the RPK from MW2, the very first season, when that thing was broken. That actually still is a laser beam, but they nerfed it into the ground and it's not very strong anymore. So ADS movement, pretty quick. Tracking's easy. Running speed, not bad. Think of it like an AR. Okay, we're not comparing it to SMGs, but it hits fast up close, hits hard up close, hits hard far away. You got a 60 round drum, which if you wanted to get crazy you could probably switch for 100, but not necessary, and the 100 round mag is going to slow you down. This is a great option as an AR. There it is for a screenshot. If you guys like this loadout meta weapons video, go ahead and drop a like, give me a comment, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, if you want to see something else. Got a little special something here at the end. I'm gonna go over my perks and show you those so you guys can see what I'm running. So I got a couple of different perk packages here. These are my rebirth perks. Okay, so I got double time, I got irradiated, and I got resupply and combat scout. Obviously if you're playing rebirth, you're usually doing it with your friends. Combat scout helps out because bullets you fire briefly mark enemy targets for your squad, so you don't have to worry about going through the trouble of trying to ping somebody. This lets your squad know exactly where they are. You're using smokes like crazy, so resupply. Every 50 seconds it refills your tacticals and your lethals, which is awesome. Very good, so you don't have to like go looting for them. Irradiated allows you to equip armor plates, increasing your movement speed, and reduces gas damage while under the effects of the circle. Obviously double time, everybody knows that. Okay, these are the ones that I run most often for the big map when I'm running solos or whatever. Mountaineer, so I can drop down off buildings on top of people. Double time, so I get that speed going. Stalker helps out with strafing and aim down sights movement speed. So as I'm strafing left to right, I'm going to be going faster than most other people. Along with my ADS, it'll be able to track somebody a little bit better, just a little bit, to give yourself an edge. And then flex, because I always run into buildings without looking. So if somebody's got traps down there, it has that trigger delay, so that their claymores, bouncing betties, whatever, don't explode right away. And I'm able to get in there and take out the guy before his booby traps get me. I don't like running high alert, because when that little sensor goes off on the left, right, up, down, whatever, I start freaking out. I get paranoid. I don't know which way I'm supposed to be looking. It doesn't give you a direct angle anyway, so unless the guy's like within my immediate vicinity, I'm just freaking out, looking all sorts of directions when I could be running to cover or just using game sense to know where my enemy's at. So there's that. Sniper perks. Once again, we got the combat scout on there, because if I'm sniping at somebody from long ranges, I want to be able to see where they're at, to go behind cover. That ping illustrates where they are on the map. It's good for me when you're solos. It's good for your team, so if you have another sniper, they know what you're shooting at. A lot of people have been rolling in thermals lately, so cold-blooded helps out with that. And it also counteracts combat scout. Focus helps reduce flinch when aiming down sights, and it extends the time that you have for holding your breath. Okay, so you can hold your breath a lot longer, maintain that steady sight picture when you're holding your breath on your sniper, and hopefully be able to get that shot off in the amount of time that you have. And then sleight of hands, because pretty much all the snipers have a slow reload, and that'll help out getting those rounds back in the gun so you can keep in the fight. This is another one that you could use if you're trying to play the Edge Zone or Rebirth if you wanted to. It's got Irradiated Mountaineer, Survivor, so faster revive speeds, reduces the health regeneration time, reduces the lost cash on your death, and the enemies that down you are automatically pinged. Alright, so it helps out your team knowing where they're at. Okay, Shrouded drops a smoke grenade as soon as you get into a down state, so it might give you a chance to get that res off, get yourself out of there, and then reposition to somewhere better. Okay, but those are those. And then Ghosted, if I just feel like you know, being a sniper, but not really you know, announcing to the world where I'm at. This blocks your detection on enemy radar sources such as UAVs, portable radars, heartbeat sensors, but only while moving. Okay, so it kind of does the same thing as the vest, the Ghost vest, but this is without having the vest. You don't have to go around looking for one. Well, hope you guys like this little addition and all the meta loadouts that I just gave you. So drop a like, comment, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye.